What's up, everybody? How's it going? Just doing a little preparing for this weekend. Gonna hit the Missouri River. Gonna finally go after some blue cats, hopefully. So we are section of the Missouri River we're going to is just prime right now. I mean, I'm telling you what, it is prime. It is just, it's going to be ridiculous because the water levels are just perfect. They've been like this for 3 weeks now. So I mean, hope everybody can hear me okay. But I'll pull up the chat here. Alright. What's up, Easy Money? What's up, Mike? How you doing, brother? No, we're basically getting everything ready and geared up for this weekend for Missouri River. Just doing some prepping. As you all know, I do a lot of channel cat fishing. I do a lot of blue catting. Don't really do too much of flathead fishing, but just because I ain't got the patience. I mean, if I lived in Minnesota or something like that, where you know, the Northwoods angling boys live, you know, I would do more flathead fishing because that's my back door. But usually I go to the Channel Cat Lake here, Red Rock. I can go there and bang out 30 to 40 channel cats within 5 or 6 hours. So. But that's all I got in my back door. So basically, I'm going to the Missouri River this weekend, so it takes a lot of prepping to go from channel cat fishing to blue cat fishing. So I'm going from whisker whip rods to the extremes. You see the extreme series, more of a heavier rod, handles bigger fish. Yo, Phil, what's up, Kent? How you doing, brother? But I'm also taking with me my bumping stick. You can all see that. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's a Graphite series, Bass Pro. I'll read you what the everything says on it. It's 7'6" lure weight, 4 to 10 ounces, line weight 30 to 80 pounds, power extra heavy, action is fast. Now, this is perfect for walking bait. It's a really stiff rod, but it's light. It's like super light. But it'll make it to where you can feel every single piece on the bottom, from rock to, you can tell if you switch from rock to mud, everything. So, oh, who was that? I couldn't quite see what you said there, Mike. Oh, hey, Ryan Casey had a 102 pound. Yeah, yes he did, on an XL. That is true. And they can handle it. But basically, using this series rod for my walking stick, or my bait pole, walking pole, or walking stick, bumping stick, whatever you guys want to call it. But this rod right here retails for, I believe, $49.99 at Bass Pro. This is my bumping rod, as you would call it, and it comes with a I believe it's like 15 bucks. It's a gear guard, so if eyelet pops out or the rod snaps or whatever, I can take it back to Bass Pro, and guess what, give me a new rod for 15 bucks. So, and then that 15 bucks buys another 2-year gear guard. So as you can see, you know, if you break a rod, you can take it back and get a new rod for $15. So that helps you guys out on your walking sticks. Basically, on your bumping rods, you want a real light rod because you're going to be doing this the whole time. Some use a real light reel. I do bumping a little bit different than everybody else. Everybody else will drop a trolling motor in the water and they'll cover 200-300 yards. I'll actually anchor down, select the right amount of weight. These are my weights I usually use, regular standard bank sinkers. And what I'll do is I'll anchor down and I'll actually put those bank sinkers on without any bait first, and I'll actually feel the bottom and kind of see what's going on, and then I'll look at my line counter reel on my Shimano's, Dakotas, and then I'll judge it by how much line I'm letting out every time I lift up and unspool the reel and bring my thumb back down to stop it. Once I feel that weight hit the bottom again, then I'll lift it up. If it's moving 3 or 4 feet at a time, then I'll add more weight. If it's moving, I usually like to do right around a foot at a time. That way you're bumping, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, and you're actually walking baits back real slow, because the slower you go, you'll have better chances of catching a bigger fish. Watch you fishing Red Rock. Couldn't get... Yeah, I won't be on Red Rock this weekend. I'll actually be on the Missouri River. So, but Red Rock, I would say if you're going there, different one from what I'm prepping up for now. But Red Rock, get you some shad, and find you some bait. If you can find the bait, that's where your cats will be, your active cats anyway. So back to the blue cat. So drifting, bumping, guys call it different things, but adjust your weights. You can do it anchored. That way you don't have to worry about having a trolling motor. So you throw your anchor out, you throw your anchor rods out, and just have those 20 to 30 yards behind the boat. They don't even have to be that far out, 10-15 feet behind the boat. And then what you do is you take your bumping stick. What are you up to, Phil? Greg, I'm talking about bumping and getting ready for the Missouri River, my man. But if you take your bumping stick and cast it out to the main channel, and then that current will carry the weight down past your anchor rods, so then you don't have to worry about getting all, hung up and stuff. So then you can start walking your baits right over the top of your anchor rod. So if you happen to get a big fish on, your anchor rods will be real close to where you can just reel them right in. Or if you get kind of scared and you just want to hurry up and go after him, you throw your buoy ball on your anchor, and you get a knife and you just start cutting lines. Because if you go after a big fish on the main river, the better your chances to getting that bad boy in the boat is to actually go after him. So what got me hooked about, oh God, I'm gonna say it was about 10 years ago. I was on the Missouri River. First time on the Missouri River fishing Waverly cats with Doc. I wasn't fishing with Doc, I was fishing with my brother. Two guys bumping on anchor. Get tangled much? No, you actually don't. Because one guy will start bumping and he'll get back about 100 feet. He'll get back about 100 feet, and then the other guy starts. And then he starts it. So then you'll sit there, and that way nobody gets tangled up. And then when you go to reel in, just, what size sinker or what speed water fill. It actually depends on the current, Clint. I mean, if you got fast current, it's going to need more weight. Lighter, the lighter bait you use, the faster your bait will go. The heavier bait you use, the slower your bait will go. That goes along with your sinkers too. But a lot of times when I'm bumping, I'm using just a fillet or a nice strip piece. The bigger the strip, maybe the bigger the fish. The biggest fish I've caught bumping was 36 pounds. I believe that was down by St. Louis with Josh May. So, but what you do is you just judge your weights on how fast you're moving. Like if you're bringing it up, you lift your rod up, lift your thumb up off the spool, and you'll actually feel your weight. That's what the sensitive rod's for, is you'll actually feel your weight hit the bottom. Once you feel your weight hit the bottom, put your thumb on the spool, lift back up, and just keep on doing that. Keep on doing that. And then you got a spool of, 80-pound Power Pro. I'll put 900 feet of line on here. So usually what I do is I'll let out 400 or 500 feet at a time and just keep bouncing. Once I hit 400 or 500 feet, I'll reel it in and put a new piece of bait on, start the process all over again. But you'll actually have all your anchor lines in, plus you'll be walking bait. So once you find those fish, they all keep on biting at like, 200 feet behind the boat, well then you can sit there, take your anchor line, and either let more out to get closer to them, or kind of judge where you're catching them at, and actually move down close to them, so then you're catching them on your anchor lines and your bumper line. So that helps you guys out. But what got me hooked on blue cats, I'll tell the story real quick, if you guys got some time. But went to the Missouri River, Waverly Cats with Doc. We're sitting there fishing, me and my brother. First tournament on the Missouri River, first time being on the Missouri River, so we were just like, we were all wired up, Had our channel cat gear, we thought we were in the game, We stopped at Bass Pro, got some combo reels and stuff, had them rigged with like, I think it was like 20-pound, mono. We thought we were, the kings, And we're sitting there, and it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I said, big baits, big fish, blah, blah, blah. So I took this, we had some live chub. So I took this chub, it was probably about a 10-inch chub, stuck it on there, and I just dropped it side of the boat. That was about 6 feet of water. So like 20 minutes goes by. Oh, Josh Browning, you ever fished the Missouri River in Kansas City? Any more than 4 ounces weight? Yeah, I've been down there, brother. It is fast moving. But if you're actually trolling with the boat with the trolling motor, you don't need so much more than 4 ounces. If you're walking baits, it depends. It could be 6, could be 8, just depends on where you're at. If you're out of the main current seam and you're off to the secondary current seam, it might only take 4 ounces of weight. So it just depends on where you're at. But what got us hooked was, it was about 2:30 in the afternoon. I usually, rule of thumb, 3 bumps. So you'll actually, these sweeps of outside bends, they could be anywhere from a mile to a mile and a half long outside bend, and they're cooking pretty fast current. So, but I mean, you'll walk 3 times and then let out 60-70 foot of anchor line, redo the process all over again. So what you're doing is you're basically bringing your baits down to those active fish, because they're going to smell the scent of all your baits. What style bumper rod we're using? We're using the Bass Pro Shops Graphite Series, extra heavy. I'll read it to you guys again. Graphite Series, extra heavy, lure weight 4 to 10 ounces, line weight 30 to 80 pounds, power extra heavy, action fast. The model number on this one, I don't think they make this one yet or anymore, but they do make, I believe, a 7-foot now. I think they might still do a 7'6", but the model number on this one is GSM 76XHT, and then it's 7'6", but it's really light and it's extra heavy, so you can feel everything on the bottom. So, but it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that side rod that I put down with a 10-inch chub just buried right over the side of the boat. I've never seen a fish hit like that before. So I'm grabbing the rod, I'm fighting it like crazy, and it's still going underneath the boat, and gets out from underneath the boat, and I'm just watching it, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. At that time I didn't know anything. I knew how to catch channel cats, that's about it. So I'm watching this fish just fool me. Can't really do nothing. It's an open face reel. I think it was a Optima or something like that, but I'm watching it. There's nothing wrong with those rod and reels either. I mean, it's perfect for, if you're doing channel cat. So I'm watching this fish fool me. It just takes all the line. So I'm just sitting there going, what the hell just happened? Well, the next thing you know, my brother's pole goes, just doubles over, and we didn't have a clue what to do. So he's sitting there, spools him. I don't know if we got into a pot of them or whatever, but then we're sitting there, we're just dumbfounded. We didn't, because we still didn't know what to do. We didn't know to go after them at the time. We didn't know to have a buoy ball on the boat. We didn't know any of that stuff. So we're sitting there just trying to, you know, fix stuff back up so we can do some more fishing. And my back rod doubles over and starts doing the same thing. And I'm just sitting there holding the rod, and I actually took my thumb, put it on the open face spool, tightened down the drag, and I'm holding as hard as I could. It's burning my thumb, and just next thing you know, it breaks off. And that was the start of my blue cat fishing, and what got me hooked to everything that you see now that I do. That's what hooked it. So, but getting everything ready, just a rule of thumb, when you're going to set up your new rigs, if you're going from channel catting to, you know, blue cats, fishing with channel cats, your line doesn't break very often. So what I usually do is I'll take about 25 feet of line off this reel, and I'll cut it off, so that way you get kind of a new section of line. That way, that way if you do happen to get on something huge on the Missouri River, because it'll hold them, you're gonna be able to fight it. You're gonna be bringing the boat. This is what it's about, is bringing the fish to the boat. So hooks we'll be using is the hook setter, 11/0 circle hook for everything. I got these snaps I've been using forever. I'm not sure what they are, but they're a heavy duty snap, and they actually go inside there. But I have this. I'll show you everything I do. So on my main line, I usually run a 3-way. It's kind of a 3-way type deal. I will run this little tiny barrel swivel attached to 20-pound mono. These are my dragon weights, but I'll be using bank sinkers for what we're doing this weekend. But I'll have that on there on the main line, and then I'll have the little bead on there, and then it'll actually come down to this piece right here. So like, say I'm sitting there bouncing, and all of a sudden I catch about a 15-pound blue, and say it breaks the tip on the hook. Happens sometimes, you know, if it goes through the hard part of their jaw or whatever. So I can take this off real quick and then tie up a new rig. I don't even have to tie it up. I just take it out of my tackle bag, which tonight I'll go with tie up rig, but I'll take it out of my tackle bag and put a new rig on. So that way, if you got all these rigs tied up when you're on the boat, you don't have to worry about tying rigs. You just get in your bag, put a new one on, bam, you're back in the water, you're back fishing. So just want to go over a few basics with you guys on what I do to get ready for different kind of water instead of channel cat water. So hope this helps you out. I know it's a short video, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm out here on a beautiful night. So we'll talk to you guys all later. Hope you enjoyed this little video. See you all later. Have fun.